power, vision, courage, strength, endurance. A couple of years ago, my wife and I started doing boot camp style workouts at Fitmania Gym. And taped up on the wall on little slips of paper are these motivational and inspirational words. At one of the workouts, the trainer handed out a little slip of paper and said, write on it one word. That'll be your motivation that will help remind you what you're trying to accomplish, why you're here. And then when the workout is tough, which they always are, you can focus on that and help you to continue to push hard. There was just one problem. With all these good motivational words, I couldn't find one that worked for me. And this went on for quite some time. For several months. We'd be at a workout, the trainers would say, get your word, go through the workout. After it was over, they would ask, well, what is your word? They would get to me, I still don't have a word. And then one day I was reading the late hero, Chris Kyle's book, American Sniper. And I was reading about his experience training to become a Navy SEAL, and specifically his experience going through Hell Week. This is a week-long extreme test where they experience sleep deprivation, near hypothermia, complete physical and mental fatigue and exhaustion. And the whole point of the test is, when you reach that point, will you keep going? Marcus Luttrell, another former Navy SEAL, tells the story about towards the end of Hell Week, in his group, they were out in a boat paddling. One of his group members toppled out of the boat, didn't even know he was in the water, and just continued paddling. They had to grab him and drag him back into the boat. Didn't really realize why was he wet and cold. After reading this account, I had my word. The next day I went into Fitmania, grabbed a slip of paper, wrote down my word, and taped it up on the wall with all the others. Hell Week. There was my motivation. If guys training to become a Navy SEAL can make it through a week of this extreme test, I can push harder during a 45-minute workout. A short time later, I came across an article by Brandon Webb, another former Navy SEAL. He was talking about his experience training to become a SEAL. Now, he was already in the Navy and wanted to join the SEALs, so he went and took the fitness test, and he failed. You only get 2 chances to pass this test. If you fail the second time, you're done. You're never going to be a Navy SEAL. So he focused, he worked hard, took the test again and passed, joined a class and started training to become a SEAL. Now, Brandon wasn't as athletically gifted as some of the other people in his class. When they went out on runs, he was frequently at the back of the pack, and the trainers singled him out for elimination. So they piled on him all the extra duties that they could, threw at him extra work. When everybody else was resting, he was running. When everybody else was finishing their meal, he's doing push-ups, whatever they could throw at him. And then on the other side, there was a guy in his class that was the fastest. And every time they went out on the run, he was the first one back. And he got praised and rewarded by the trainers. But then one Monday morning, it might have been as Hell Week was approaching, this gifted runner rang the bell and quit. That's when Brandon had his aha moment and recognized he was going to be a Navy SEAL because he knew he would not quit. In the end, that's what the Navy was looking for. Not necessarily the fastest and strongest, but those guys who, no matter how bad it gets, will not quit. So what is it that you want to do? Do you want to lose weight, get in shape, master a new skill, improve your career, improve your relationships? When Brandon is asked, how do you make it through SEAL training? He says simply, don't quit. And then he adds, the only easy day was yesterday. Again, with what we want to accomplish in our life, anything that is of value usually takes effort and sacrifice. The only easy day was yesterday. We've seen it many times. It may have even happened to you. Somebody is motivated to get in shape and lose weight. They start on a plan and a program, and they have success. They start feeling better and looking better. And then there's some setback. They hit a plateau. The things that they were doing before aren't working anymore. Whatever it is, whatever the discouragement, the setback, they quit and gain it all back. A wise man once said, "You're never a failure until you quit trying." Now don't let that discourage you, even if that's happened to you and you've been on the sideline for quite some time. If you pick it up again, you're still trying. So again, what do you want to do? Set your sights, set your goals. Then find your word. What will motivate you? What will help you focus? And remind you what it is you're trying to accomplish and why you started. So that when times get tough, you can focus and continue to push hard. So when your hell week comes and you experience discouragements, setbacks, plateaus, sometimes even tragedies, you can have your own aha moment and recognize that you're going to be a success because you will not quit.